When people think of K-pop, they imagine flashing lights, screaming fans, and glamorous idols living million-dollar lives. But behind all the glitter lies a hard truth. Not every idol is rich. In fact, most of them barely make a fraction of what the industry's top names earn. Today, we're breaking down the richest K-pop idols in history, how they actually made their fortunes, and why so many others never reach that level. Let's start with the basics. K-pop idols are not employees, they're investments. Agencies spend millions training them, feeding them, housing them, and marketing them, long before they ever debut. That means when money starts coming in, the company takes its cut first. The idol gets what's left, often after repaying years of trainee debt. So how do some idols break through the system and become actual millionaires? The answer lies in understanding where the real money in K-pop comes from. Royalties, equity, touring, endorsements, and smart business moves. One of the clearest examples is G-Dragon, leader of Big Bang. Often called the idol of idols, G-Dragon isn't just a performer, he's a creative powerhouse. He writes and produces most of his group's songs, meaning he earns songwriting royalties every time those tracks are streamed, performed, or sold. Songs like Fantastic Baby and Bang 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 have made millions globally, and he gets a slice every single time. Add to that his fashion collaborations with brands like Chanel and Nike, and you've got a K-pop star with a net worth estimated around $30 to $40 million. His fortune comes not from contracts, but ownership. He owns the rights to his work. Next up is IU, one of the most beloved solo artists in Korea. She's not only a singer, but a composer, lyricist, and actress. IU writes most of her own music, so she earns royalties from multiple sources: music sales, live performances, and broadcasting. Unlike idols tied to group contracts, IU runs her career with remarkable independence. Her endorsements alone, Samsung, Gucci, Shamisul Soju, and more, bring in millions annually. But what really sets IU apart is her stability. She manages her image and career choices with long-term thinking, ensuring her fortune grows with her brand value. She's estimated to be worth over $45 million. Then there's JYJ's Jaejoong, one of the earliest idols to publicly break from the restrictive idol system. After leaving TVXQ and SM Entertainment, he started his own path, investing in restaurants, cafes, real estate, and even a cosmetic company. His properties in Seoul and Japan alone are worth millions. Jaejoong proved something important. Once idols free themselves from traditional contracts, they can turn their fame into business empires. His current estimated net worth? Around $100 million, making him one of the richest idols of all time. Another massive success story is Rain, Young Ji-hoon, the original self-made K-pop millionaire. Rain was one of the first idols to successfully transition from music to acting, starring in dramas like Full House and Hollywood movies like Ninja Assassin. But he didn't stop there. Rain built his own entertainment company, Rain Company, and invested in real estate and tech. His career wasn't just about fame, it was about leverage. At one point, his assets were estimated at over $60 million. Rain set the template for idols who wanted ownership instead of just salary. Let's talk about BLACKPINK's Lisa. She's one of the few idols who managed to turn global fame into genuine wealth, despite being under a strict contract. Lisa's solo work, La Lisa and Money, shattered records and brought her massive royalties. But her real power lies in her brand deals. She's a global ambassador for Celine, Bulgari, Prada, and MAC, each worth multi-million-dollar endorsement deals. On Instagram, every post she makes can be valued in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Combined with YouTube revenue and touring income, Lisa's estimated fortune has crossed $25 million. Impressive considering her career is still young. Now, what about the BTS members, the biggest boy band in the world? BTS changed the entire industry model when HYBE, their company, gave each member equity shares before the company's IPO. When HYBE went public in 2020, those shares skyrocketed in value, instantly making each member multimillionaires. At one point, each member's shares were worth between $15 to $20 million. Add to that their solo projects, brand endorsements with Louis Vuitton and Samsung, and global touring revenue. BTS members like Jaehoong and Suga are estimated to be worth between $30 to $40 million individually. And because they're credited as songwriters and producers on their own tracks, they continue earning royalties long after a song's release. But here's the harsh reality. For every millionaire idol, there are hundreds who barely make a living wage. Most K-pop groups never reach profitability. Their contracts often take up to 70 to 90% of all revenue for the agency, leaving idols with crumbs. A group might sell out concerts and still see minimal income if they're repaying training costs or promotional expenses. Many idols have confessed that despite fame, they couldn't even afford their own apartment until years after debut. The real winners are the ones who break the system through creativity, ownership, and smart financial planning. Let's look at Psy, the man who broke the internet with Gangnam Style. He's a perfect example of how global virality can turn into serious money if you own your content. Psy not only performed, but also wrote and produced his song, meaning he collected global royalties from YouTube, radio, and advertisements. Gangnam Style earned him an estimated $20 million in a single year. Later, Psy founded P Nation, his own entertainment label that now manages top artists. He went from viral sensation to industry mogul, a path very few manage. Another idol who quietly built a massive fortune is Boa, often called the Queen of K-pop. Debuting at just 13 under SM Entertainment, Boa became a Pan-Asian superstar before K-pop's global explosion. Her Japanese albums sold millions, and her business acumen helped her transition into a board member role within SM. Her longevity in a fast-changing industry is rare, and her estimated wealth sits around $25 million. Boa proves that consistent reinvention pays off. Taeyang and T.O.P from Big Bang also deserve mention. Both have invested heavily in art and real estate. T.O.P is known for his luxury art collection worth millions, while Taeyang owns multiple high-value properties in Seoul. These investments show that the richest idols don't rely solely on entertainment income. They build assets that appreciate over time. Meanwhile, idols like Suzy, Yuna, and Hyeri expanded their careers into acting, earning high drama salaries and endorsement deals. Suzy, once nicknamed the 10 billion won girl, has endorsements ranging from skincare to electronics. Her diversified income makes her one of Korea's wealthiest female entertainers, with an estimated net worth of over $30 million. What's fascinating is how the wealth structure in K-pop has shifted. In the early 2000s, idols were company-dependent, bound by long contracts known as slave contracts. But with social media, global tours, and digital streaming, idols gained direct influence over fans. That influence became marketable. A single Instagram post, brand launch, or YouTube channel can generate revenue independent of their agency. The richest idols are those who control their narrative. They own their music, their image, and their businesses. In the end, the richest K-pop idols didn't just perform, they built legacies. They became entrepreneurs, producers, and shareholders in their own success. And that's the real lesson. In K-pop, fame fades fast, but ownership lasts forever.